Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DuPage Medical Group Field for game number 1 of the 2021 Chicagoland. Base, number 7, Dolan Nicholson. Hitting 7th and doing the catching.
From DuPage Medical Group Field in Joliet, Illinois, this morning, it's the 2021 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletics Conference Baseball Championship Tournament. Opening round action. Hi again, everybody, and good morning. I'm Tom Westenfeld. Great to be back with you here for what I believe is my 13th non-consecutive assignment for the CCAC Baseball Tournament. You'll also be hearing along the way from Terry Bonadonna, who has been very graciously again this year. He has graciously agreed to take a game or two in my stead while I take a little bit of a break as we go through the marathon tournament days of the next few days. And this morning in our opening game of the tournament, it is the number 4th seeded Indiana South Bend Titans against the number 5 seed Fighting Saints of the University of St. Francis. It is a sunny but cool morning here in Joliet, Illinois, and this is the first tournament since 2019. Of course, last year the tournament was not held due to COVID-19 considerations, so we are glad to be back with fans in the stands as the starting lineup's currently being introduced by public address announcer Dave Laquetta here at DuPage Medical Group Field. Great to have you along with us as we'll have action today, tomorrow. We'll have Sunday off, and then we will have the remainder of the tournament coming up on Monday, Tuesday, and possibly Wednesday. More on that in a moment, but now the playing of our national anthem. Our national anthem this morning here in Joliet, Illinois, as we get set for game number 1 of the 2021 CCAC Baseball Championship Tournament. Let's take a look at lineups now for today's opening game for the Fighting Saints of the University of St. Francis. It'll be Travis Schoonover leading it off and in right field. Then Noah Carraro batting second and at shortstop, followed by Josh Tesh at third base, batting third. In the cleanup spot will be the first baseman, Joe McGuire. Batting fifth will be the DH Foster Heise. Batting sixth will be the second baseman, Dolan Nicholson. Batting seventh, Jake Lasota, the catcher. Batting eighth, Sean Harper, the left fielder. And Luke Ketchum batting ninth. And in center field, Angel Sandoval is on the mound today for St. Francis. St. Francis will be the visiting team today. For Indiana South Bend, it'll be Logan Smith leading it off in at second base, followed by right fielder T.J. D. Herrera. Logan Young batting third and at first base. Jared Bayes batting fourth and in left field. Scott Stetz batting fifth. He'll be the catcher today. Then it'll be Jordan Moore, the DH, followed by the center fielder Nolan Unger. Batting eighth will be Jake Vanderwood, the third baseman. Batting ninth will be the shortstop Colin Mack. And Robbie Berger will be on the mound today here this morning in Game 1 of the tournament for Indiana South Bend. So we're glad you've joined us, and again, we'll be here throughout the weekend and into the middle part of next week. It's always a great event here. Looking forward to it here from Joliet, Illinois. As we said, Berger on the mound for Indiana South Bend, coming in a 5-5 record, a 5.19 ERA, 50 and a third innings pitched. Opponents hitting .288 against him. As he has finished his warm-up tosses, and we are about to get underway for the 2021 CCAC baseball tournament. This is the first of 4 games scheduled for 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. tonight. And it'll be Travis Schoonover leading it off here now for St. Francis. The first pitch from Berger, and we're underway as the pitch coming in outside, and the count 1-0. A little bit of a breeze blowing, it looks like, toward right center field here. Berger comes set now, and the 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Schoonover, a .287 hitter this year with 5 home runs and 18 runs batted in. Berger, the right-hander, comes set in the pitch, swinging a foul back. And so the count 1-2 to Schoonover. Schoonover, left-handed batter, kind of crowds the plate. Back foot just inside the back line of the batter's box. Berger gets the sign and the 1-2. Swung on, and that'll be lined the other way to left field for a game-opening base hit for Travis Schoonover. Just went the other way on a nice line drive into left field, and now that'll bring up Noah Carraro. Weather right now here in Joliet checking in at 57 degrees. Winds are out of the west-northwest at 9 miles an hour. Carraro, right-handed batter, steps in as St. Francis with an immediate base runner here to start the ball game. First pitch to Carraro, looked like a breaking ball in there, and it's 1-0. Carraro this year, .336 on the season, a home run, 16 runs batted in. Berger, a quick look at first base. Now he'll throw over, and the runner back in time. Schoonover diving back in head first without much of a problem. Here's the 1-0. Fastball high and tight, did not miss hitting Carraro by much. As the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. St. Francis coming in with a record of 21-18 overall. There's a throw to first and the runner back in safely. South Bend overall at 23-22 on our tournament bracket record listing, and St. Francis at 21-18, swinging a high pop-up down the right field side, and that'll curl on a play. So 2-1 now to Carraro. Wind now, it appears, judging from the American flag, which is just to the left of the batter's eye. Now it looks like blowing directly toward the right field corner. Berger looks over at first base, now comes set. And the delivery swung on and a grounder right over the mound and into center field for a base hit. So runners at first and second now on back-to-back singles to start the game for St. Francis. And here's the third baseman, Josh Tesh. That ball rolling right over the left side of the mound, just to the left of the pitcher's rubber, and into center field. So Tesh now will stand in. Very wide stance angle toward the third base side of the diamond. Tesh, a .344 hitter, has 5 home runs, 32 runs batted in. So Berger almost immediately into a little bit of a mini jam. Tesh squares the bunt, but the pitch. He squared the bunt, but the pitch came in high and tight. And I believe he made contact, and it'll be a strike. And it is 0-1 to Tesh. Boy, that pitch came in high and tight. Berger, really kind of a good pitch location there. A very hard pitch to bunt. Berger takes a long look at second base. Now he'll come to the plate. And this will be a high pop-up down the right field side toward the bullpen, and that'll be out of play. So Tesh now behind 0-2. He'll be followed by Joe McGuire and then Foster Highs, the DH. Just underway on a sunny day here. Sunny morning in Joliet. Berger gets the sign from the catcher, Stetz. Another long look at second base. And now the pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike three. Good breaking ball there. Tesh swinging through it, and that's the first out of the inning. So one away as Tesh cannot advance the runners, and here's Joe McGuire.
First baseman number 6, Joe McGuire.
Joe McGuire, a .327 hitter on the year. 6 home runs, 26 runs batted in. St. Francis is a team coming in .304 average-wise as a team. McGuire moving his foot around in the box as if he was moving around dirt, but this is an all-turf field. You wonder if that's kind of force of habit. Slightly angled stance to the left. His back foot just inside the back line of the box. First pitch down and in, and it's 1-0. McGuire jackknifing his way out of the way of that pitch. 1 ball and no strikes the count. 2 on, 1 out, top of the first inning, no score in our opening game of the 2021 CCAC baseball tournament. Great to be back after a year's absence. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Down and in. Ball gets away from Stetz, and the runners will advance. The ball didn't roll too far away from home plate, but far enough for Schoonover to go to third, Carrera to second. And the count now to McGuire is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes here. Sun intermittently now moving behind some cloud cover. As the 2-0 pitch up high, 3 balls and no strikes. So Berger, 1 pitch away from potentially loading the bases. Runners at second and third, and St. Francis a golden opportunity right off the bat here in the opening game. Next pitch coming in for a strike called. And was down and in over the inner part of the plate, but it caught the zone, and so it's 3 balls and a strike. Berger comes set, and the 3-1. Swing and a pop-up right side foul territory and out of play. Young at first base giving it a look, but it was out of play. So now 3 balls and 2 strikes to McGuire. Big pitch here. Berger can certainly use his strikeout. The kick and the delivery. Swing and a foul back. And we'll try it again at 3-2. St. Francis, and they're all gray jerseys today. Gray tops, gray pants. Brown numerals. Trimmed in gold. Indiana South Bend, all white jerseys. White tops, white pants. With the script Titan logo. Titan lettering across the front. They have the red caps with the interlocking IU on the front panel. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up right side Foul territory. Logan Young is there, makes the catch about 60 feet up the line, and that's the second out of the inning. So 2 away here, and that will leave it up to Foster Heise, the designated hitter. So Berger trying to get off the hook here after allowing back-to-back singles and then advancement on a pitch that got away from home plate. Heise, left-handed batter, stands in. He's a .319 hitter on the year. No home runs, 18 runs batted in. Takes the first pitch, a fastball down low, and it's 1-0. Dolan Nicholson would be next if the inning continues. Top of the first inning, no score. St. Francis threatening with runners in scoring position at second and third. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Curveball. Either that or it was a fastball with a little bit of movement on it. Just missed low and away. So 2 balls and no strikes. Berger toes the right edge of the rubber. Comes set and the pitch. Fastball high and away. 3-0 here, and so Berger now in danger of loading the bases. Heise, left-handed batter, awaits. And now the pitch. Taking all the way is Heise, it's in there for a strike. So 3-1. Runners take their leads off second and third, and the pitch. Fastball down low, ball 4, and that'll load them up. So the bases are loaded now for the second baseman, Dolan Nicholson.
Second baseman, number 7, Dolan Nicholson.
Nicholson, a .333 hitter on the year, has a home run and 18 runs batted in. St. Francis as a team, 24 home runs coming into the tournament. So the bases are loaded, but 2 away. First pitch here, swung on, sliced down the left field line. That'll be curving toward the line, and there is room, and the catch made by Baez in left, and that will end the inning and end the threat. So St. Francis loads the bases but cannot score. So no runs in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on base. And after a half inning, it is Indiana South Bend. It is St. Francis nothing, Indiana South Bend coming to bat. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Welcome back to Joliet, Illinois, as we head to the bottom of the first inning. In Game 1 of the 2021 CCAC Baseball Tournament.
Leading off the bottom half of the first, second baseman, number 11, Logan Smith.
So Logan Smith will lead it off now for Indiana South Bend. And the first pitch to him, he began to swing, held up, and it was in there for a called strike anyway. So 0-1 to Logan Smith. Logan Smith, then TJ D. Herrera, and then Logan Young to start it off for Indiana South Bend. And again, a check swing, and this time I believe he went around. Either way, Smith now behind it. No balls and 2 strikes. Smith, right-handed batter, stands in. He's a .310 hitter on the year. 5 home runs, 36 runs batted in. And the next pitch down and away. So a ball and 2 strikes to Logan Smith. Sandoval into the line, and the pitch swinging a foul tip caught behind home plate. So Smith is a strikeout victim to start the game for Indiana South Bend. And here's TJ D. Herrera. D. Herrera, the right fielder for Indiana South Bend, coming in a .297 hitter, has a team-leading 11 home runs and 41 runs batted in. Now the umpiring crew will gather here along the first base line. We're in the bottom of the first inning. St. Francis threatening in the top half of the frame, but they were not able to score as they left the bases loaded. Not sure what this is a 3-umpire crew, not sure what they're meeting about here. About halfway up the line. Looks like mainly the home plate umpire and one of the infield umpires are doing most of the talking. Now they break up the meeting. And we are ready to resume. So here's D. Herrera. Now we're going to have a little bit of a meeting here. Home plate umpire and St. Francis coach. So that discussion now will take place. And that will conclude things, and now we're ready to resume. St. Francis head coach Brian Mihalik with a little bit of an inquiry there. Anyway, here's the first pitch to D. Herrera, and it's down and in, and it's 1-0. D. Herrera, as we said, a .297 hitter, 11 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Next pitch from the righty Sandoval, down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Sandoval working quickly, kicks and fires. There's a called strike to make it 2-1. Sandoval this year 3-6 with a 4.11 ERA. 11 games pitched. This is his 10th start of the year, as that last pitch coming in over but low. Sandoval with 2 complete games this year, has 1 shutout, 46 innings, 62 hits, 33 runs, 21 earned, and opponents hitting .318 against him. There's a swing and a foul to the right of home plate. So it's now a full count here to TJ D. Herrera. Sandoval upright on the mound, kicks and deals. That's down low, ball 4, and so a 1-out walk here for Indiana South Bend. Boy, you can imagine what an emotional lift it must have been for the Titans after they were able to strand the bases loaded, leave 3 St. Francis runners on base in the top of the inning. As here's Logan Young now, the first baseman.
First baseman number 24, Logan Young.
Young, the senior, will stand in. He's a .300 hitter, 3 home runs, 41 runs batted in. First pitch to the right-handed hitter, taken inside, and it's 1-0. This is the first of 4 games today. Coming up after this one, 3 versus 6, Judson against St. Xavier. Then St. Ambrose against Roosevelt at 4. There's a swing and a chopper foul toward the third base dugout. 1-1 now to Young. Then at 4, as we said, St. Ambrose and Roosevelt. Then at 7, the top seed Olivet Nazarene against Trinity Christian. There's a swing and a ball into the air. Short left field coming out into his right, and the catch made by Harper in left. And that will be out number 2. So 2 away, and here's Jared Bayes, the left fielder. Bayes, right-handed hitter, stands in. He's a sophomore from St. John, Indiana. He's a .333 hitter with a home run and 29 RBIs. First pitch here, fastball, missing inside, and it's 1-0. De Herrera aboard at first with that walk. And it's 2 out and a runner on base here. No score, bottom of the first inning. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a bouncer over the mound. And knocked down behind second base by the shortstop, who nicely flips with his glove hand as Carrero dove to his left, knocked it down, and then flipped to Nicholson, the second baseman covering the bag, and that will be a nicely turned force play to end the inning. So De Herrera forced. Bayes technically aboard on a fielder's choice, but the inning ends. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 1, no score. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Catcher number 14, Jake Lasoda.
We move to the top of inning number 2. And it'll be Jake Lasoda, the catcher, to lead it off for St. Francis. So both teams able to get runners on base in the first inning, but neither team able to cash in. And so Lasoda will stand in now as we start inning number 2, and the first pitch to him is up high for ball 1. Lasoda stands in the 1-0, missing inside. And so 2 balls and no strikes here to the USF catcher. Lasoda, a .310 hitter on the year. No home runs, 29 runs batted in. And the pitch. Looked like a changeup there, and it caught the inside edge of the plate for a called strike. So 2-1 to Lasoda. It'll be Lasoda, Harper, and Ketchum due up here for St. Francis. Here's the set now and the delivery. Strike called again over the inner half, so it's even at 2-2. Robbie Berger works out of the stretch all of the time. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called. Well-placed pitch there. Good change of locations, as the previous pitch was a called strike on the inner half. Then Berger went toward the outside edge and caught the corner for the strikeout. Berger, his second strikeout of the game, and here's Sean Harper, the left fielder. Harper, right-handed batter, awaits in the first pitch, low and away, and it is 1-0. Harper, a .261 hitter on the year, 2 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, popped up, right side, back of first base. Who wants it? calling for it is Logan Young, and he makes the catch for the out. So Harper pops out to the first baseman, Young, and here's Luke Ketchum, the center fielder. So Ketchum, right-handed batter now, into the batter's box. And Berger delivers. And the first pitch looked like a little high, maybe a little inside, and it's 1-0. Ketchum, .310 on the year. 3 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Pats here with 2 out, nobody on base in the second in a scoreless game. There's a bouncer foul back of home plate. So 1-1 now to the number 9 hitter in the Fighting Saints order. St. Francis coming in 268 runs this season. Umpire went out to talk to the pitcher. Now we're back and ready to go. And the delivery. Swinging a ball sliced into right field, and that may reach the gap. It does. It one-hops the fence into right field. Ketchum rounding first. He will pull in the second base with a stand-up double. And so St. Francis now with a 2-out runner in scoring position here in the top of the second inning. Ketchum, his second double of the year, and now back to the top of the order, and Travis Schoonover. Schoonover 1 for 1. He singled back in the first inning, was left on base at third. As the Saints left the bases loaded in the opening frame. Here's the set now. And the first pitch, Schoonover goes after it and fouls it straight back, and it's 0-1. So a strikeout and a pop-out to start the inning, and then a double for Luke Ketchum. And now Schoonover a chance to drive in the first run of the game. Berger comes set. Wind beginning to blow a little bit here as there's a swing and a ball into the air, right field, back to the track, and that is off the fence. And the first run of the game will score as a double for Schoonover, driving in Ketchum, and St. Francis has a 1-0 lead. De Herrera went back in right field. I thought he might have a chance at it, but it went high off the fence, off the wall. And so 1-0 in favor of St. Francis, as they are able to put a run on the board. And now they'll look to extend their lead as Noah Carrero will step in. Carrero 1 for 1 with a base hit. So Berger got out of trouble in the first inning, retired the first 2 batters in the second inning. But now he's in a little bit of a mini jam here, having allowed a run, swinging a fly ball. Deep center field, moving back is Unger. Now the wind takes it away, and he has to sprint to his left. He dives, he can't come up with it, and a run comes in. Unger got, I think, a little bit confused by the wind there. He went straight back, and then the wind taking the ball, and he was in a dead-out sprint, desperately trying to get the ball going to his left, and he could not come up with it. Schoonover scores. It's now a 2-0 ball game. So 3 straight batters reaching base after the first 2 hitters of the inning were retired. So here's Josh Tesh, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 2 runs in for St. Francis. First pitch to Tesh, up in the zone. He tried to hold up, but he went around. Could not check his swing, and so it's 0-1. It's a very bright sky overhead, very light blue with some cumulus clouds moving in, and I got to believe it's hard also perhaps to, at times, maybe see the ball. Here's the set now, and the 0-1. Swung on, popped up right side foul territory. Logan Young over to have a look, but it's out of play. 0-2 to Josh Tesh. Carrero's at bat has been scored as a 2-base hit. So 3 straight doubles now for the Fighting Saints. No balls, 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting Tesh. Berger trying to get out of the inning without any further damage. And the pitch. Started to swing, but held up as the pitch came in low and away. Good decision there by Tesh. And it's 1-2. Joe McGuire awaits on deck. Top two, 2-0 St. Francis. Look at the runner at second base by Berger. And the pitch. That had some movement toward the inner half, but misses the inside corner, so it squares the count up at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Two out runner at second, 2 runs in for St. Francis. Here's the delivery. Over but low. 3-2. Berger running into all kinds of difficulty after he sailed through the first 2 batters of the inning. Three balls, 2 strikes. Berger out of the stretch. Started his delivery, then steps off the rubber as he looks at second base. A lot of chatter coming right now from both benches. A lot of enthusiasm here. Here's the set now and the payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards short. Backhanded there in the hole. Throw to first base. Low, but dug out in time. Good play there. Mack at short with a good play defensively, and then Young with a good reception, if you will, at first base to end the inning. But in the inning, St. Francis puts a pair on the board as they score 2. 2 runs on the 3 straight doubles. There were no errors and a runner left on base. We go bottom 2. It is St. Francis 2, Indiana South Bend nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the bottom of the second inning. And a 2-0 lead for St. Francis now as we go to the bottom of the second frame. And it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for Indiana South Bend, as Scott Stetz will start it off here for the Titans. So Angel Sandoval going to work here, and the first pitch from the right-hander. Good movement, came in low and outside, but caught the outside edge of the plate. And so it winds up to be a called strike, and so it's 0-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted in the air, short center field, and that will be caught, though. Luke Ketchum getting a good jump there. I thought it might have a chance to fall in, but such was not the case. Stetz is retired to start the second inning for the Titans, and here is the DH, Jordan Moore. Jordan Moore, the senior from Flat Rock, Michigan, will stand in. No score, I rather beg your pardon, 2-0 in favor of St. Francis. Here in the bottom of inning number 2, first pitch here, taken down and in, and it's 1-0. Moore, a .260 hitter on the year, 4 home runs, 29 runs batted in. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch from Sandoval up high to make it 2-0. Nolan Unger will be next, and then Jake Vanderwood if we get that far. A little bit of a chilly morning here in Joliet. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Low, 3 balls and no strikes. Tournament usually held in the first week or first full week or the first weekend of May, if you will. Technically, this is the second weekend since May began on a Saturday last weekend. There's a called strike, 3-1. But you can get any kind of weather. I mean, we've seen it here in the Chicago area in the last week. I mean, we've had days that have gotten up into the mid-80s, and then a day and a half later, 2 days later, it's upper 40s, low 50s. There's a swing and a foul to the right side. So now Sandoval battles back, and it's a 3-2 count. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch just missed outside, and so that's a 1-out walk to Jordan Moore. Second walk of the game issued by Sandoval, and now here's Nolan Unger. Unger, a .333 hitter on the year. No home runs and 18 runs batted in. Has a .378 slugging percentage and a .431 on-base percentage. Unger, right-handed batter, awaits, and the first pitch. And it's low for ball 1 to Unger. Unger, even stance, set back toward the back line of the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike on the inside edge to make it 1-1. Unger steps out of the box. Extends his arm, holds the bat out front. Now he's back into the batter's box. Throw to first and the runner back in. Bottom of the second, 2-0 in favor of St. Francis. Sandoval comes set. And the pitch to Unger. High and tight. Unger had to duck out of the way of that pitch. Had he not done so, it would have risked hitting him in the batting helmet near the ear flap. 2 balls and a strike now to Unger. And the pitch. Low and away, 3-1. Sandoval now in danger of issuing his second straight walk. And if he does so, it would put the tying run on base. Bottom of the second inning. 2-0 St. Francis. Sandoval comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball missed inside, and so Unger draws a walk. Moore to second base. Unger aboard at first, and here's Jake Vanderwood, the third baseman. Vanderwood, a .371 hitter, a home run and 17 runs batted in. So Vanderwood, right-handed batter, awaits. And the first pitch, strike called over the outer half, and it is 0-1. Colin Mack, the shortstop, next, and then back to the top of the order. Outfield, looks like they're playing him straight away. Here's the 0-1. Check swing, but the ball was low and away. Appeal to the first base umpire, who says that the batter Vanderwood did not go around, so it's a ball to make it 1-1. Sandoval comes set. The 1-1. Swung on and popped foul right side out of play. So Vanderwood now in a 2-strike situation. First batter of the inning, Scott Stetz, was retired on a flyout to center field. Then Moore and Unger walked. 1-2 the count to Vanderwood. Now he'll step out of the box. Indiana South Bend coming into the game with a .299 team batting average this season. So both very good hitting teams. There's a swing and a bouncer off the pitcher. Karams to the shortstop. Glove there behind the mound. Throw to first. Looks like it'll be there for the out. Yes, it is. That caromed off Sandoval to Carrero, who came in nicely and in one motion was able to fire to first for the out. Moore and Unger advance. Moore now to third. Unger is at second. That's going to be a 1-6-3 scoring on the putout. So Sandoval gets an assist there. That's the second out of the inning, and that'll leave it up to Colin Mack, the shortstop. Mack, a .310 hitter, no home runs, 26 runs batted in. First pitch here. And that'll be a strike on the inner half, and it's 0-1. Logan Smith would be next. So with that ground out now, the tying runs are in scoring position. Base hit could potentially draw us even. There's a swing and a high pop-up, short right center field. 3 players converging on it. Who wants it? Calling for it is Luke Ketchum, the center fielder, and he has it to end the inning and end the threat. So in the inning, Indiana South Bend puts 2 runners aboard. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, 2 walks and 2 left on base after 2 complete. It is St. Francis 2 and Indiana South Bend nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the top half of inning number 3 in our opening game of the 2021 CCAC Baseball Tournament. And Joe McGuire will start it off here for the Fighting Saints of the University of St. Francis, who have a 2-0 lead in the first pitch of the inning. And that had some movement toward the outside half of the plate, but it was there for a called strike. McGuire 0 for 1, popped out to first base his first time up. Berger comes set in the 0-1. In the dirt. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. I say in the dirt, kind of, I don't know what the right word would be to use. Not facetiously, but I guess as just a description, as it is in fact an entirely turf field with the infield cutout where there would normally be dirt painted as if it were to look like infield dirt. As the pitch coming in here low. 2 balls and 1 strike, so we might say edge of the infield grass or edge of the outfield grass. You can kind of put air quotes maybe around it. Here comes the 2-1 now. Swinging a high pop-up, short center field. And coming in is Unger, and he makes the catch for the out. So 1 away as McGuire is retired, and here's Foster Heise, the DH.
Designated hitter number 44, Foster Heise.
Heise walked his first trip to the plate back in the first inning. Robbie Berger toes the first base edge of the rubber, kicks and fires, and it comes in over but low on a fastball. Heise, left-handed batter, stands in. And the 1-0. Strike at the knees to make it 1-1. The location on that pitch was not all that different from the opening pitch, but a different result. Heise, a senior from Lisle, Illinois, previously played at North Central College, swings here, slices it very high down the left field line, and a good play there as getting to it there. Vanderwood, the third baseman, running to his right, facing the outfield fence, and the wind taking the ball away from him, but he was able to keep an eye on it and make a nice right-handed, backhanded catch with his back to the infield for the out. So 2 away, and here's Dolan Nicholson. Nicholson fouled out to left field his first time up. First pitch here, swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Jake Lesotho would be next. We play in the bottom of the second inning. Beg your pardon, top of the third. 2-0 in favor of St. Francis. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back. And it's 1-1. Nicholson back into the batter's box. Left-handed batter crowds the plate a bit. Here's the 1-1. And that'll miss low and away. Got through the catcher, Stetz, but no harm with nobody on base as it rolled to the backstop. So 2-1 to the second baseman, Nicholson. Here's the pitch. Swinging a sharply hit grounder and into left center field for a base hit. Colin Mack, the shortstop, dove to his left, could not come up with it. And so Nicholson is aboard with a 2-out base hit. And this is how the 2-run rally began in the second inning for St. Francis, as they had the first 2 batters retired there. And then they got 3 straight doubles to score a pair. Here's Jake Lesotho, the catcher now. Lesotho 0 for 1. He was caught looking back in the second inning. Here's the set now, and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a good, looked like a breaking ball there. Lesotho swinging through it, and he's behind at 0-1. Sean Harper would be next if the inning continues. Top 3, 2-0 St. Francis. Here comes the 0-1. Swing, and I believe he may have gotten a piece of it. Either way, a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to count here. Runner at first, 2 away here in the third for St. Francis. Next pitch high and away. Berger wasting that one. Lesotho wasn't chasing, so it goes to 1-2. Wind seemingly has picked up a bit. Here's the set now. And the throw to first base, and the runner diving back in safely. Good to see fans back in attendance at events. All right, here's the pitch to the plate from Berger. The breaking ball, a weak swing and a miss, drop third strike, and Stetz throws to first base to complete the out. Looked like Lesotho got completely fooled there, and that will end the inning. So in the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. And we go bottom 3. It is 2-0 St. Francis against Indiana South Bend. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Here we go to the bottom of the third inning. St. Francis leading it 2-0 here in Game 1 of our 2021 CCAC Baseball Tournament. We also have live video for the softball tournament, which is being played in Crown Point, Indiana. Some interesting results in that tournament yesterday, as here we go here in Joliet in the first pitch of the bottom of the third inning. Over but low. as Logan Smith will lead it off here for Indiana South Bend. Top of the order coming up for the Titans, who trail 2-0 in the game. Smith 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. The 1-0, low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes here to Smith. Smith, De Herrera, and Young due up for Indiana South Bend. 2 balls, no strikes. And the wind up in the pitch. Down and in, 3-0 here. Titans threatened putting aboard 2 runners on walks in the second inning, but could not take advantage. 3-0 pitch. High ball 4. So a 4-pitch leadoff walk for Logan Smith. And he's aboard at first base. And that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, T.J. De Herrera. De Herrera walked back in the first inning and then was erased on a fielder's choice. So now Sandoval again working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball, but a little bit low. I thought that would be in the zone from our angle, which is, if you're watching, which is just to the left of our pan camera. There's a throw to first and the runner back in. In fact, the camera is right next to where I sit, so we have pretty much the same view. And I thought that pitch there would be a strike, but De Herrera ahead in the count, 1 ball to no strikes. Here's the pitch to the plate. Over but low, 2-0. Sandoval struggling a little bit with his location. And so far he's walked 4 batters in 2+ innings. There's a breaking ball high, 3-0, and Sandoval in danger of walking a 5th batter. Three balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Fastball strike. De Herrera taking all the way. That pitch looked like it had a little movement, came in over the outer half. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sandoval comes set. And the delivery. Off the outside corner, ball 4. So for the second straight innings now, Indiana South Bend getting back-to-back walks. And they have runners at first and second with nobody out here. And here's Logan Young, the first baseman. Young 0 for 1. He flied out to left field his first time up. So trouble here for Sandoval on the mound for St. Francis. Bottom 3, 2-0. St. Francis the lead, but Indiana South Bend making some noise here in the bottom of the third. Set by Sandoval, and the pitch. That's high. And that makes it a 1-0 count here. Smith's was a 4-pitch walk. De Herrera a 5-pitch walk, and now 1-0 to Logan Young. So out of 10 pitches in the inning, Sandoval has missed on 9 of them. There's a strike on the inside corner to make it 1-1. Now, these are opportunities, if you're Indiana South Bend, or really any team, that you do not want to let go by the boards too often. Here comes the 1-1, squaring the bunt, and the bat pulled back, but it was in there for a strike nonetheless. So 1-2 to Logan Young now. Young, right-handed batter out of the box, now back in. Here's the set. The 1-2. That's golfed into right field, shallow right field. Coming in, and the catch is made by Schoonover. At second base, Smith bluffs a tag, but he goes right back to the bag. And that's the first out of the inning. So Young not able to advance the runners, and here's Jared Bayes.
Left fielder number 20, Jared Bayes.
Bayes hit into a 6-4 fielder's choice that ended the Titan first inning. So he's 0 for 1 in the game. As we play here in the bottom of the third inning, St. Francis a 2-0 lead. And here comes the set now by Sandoval. Looks at second base, now deals to the plate. Swing and a miss at a ball that looked like dove down in the zone, so 0-1 to Baez. Scott Stetz will be next, and then Jordan Moore, bottom three here in Game 1 of the 2021 CCAC Baseball Tournament Championship. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a pop foul right side out of play. So Baez now in an 0-2 hole. Great you've joined us here this morning. Plenty of baseball coming your way over the course of the next, the better part of the next week. Here comes the 0-2. Fastball missed inside. All right, we'll see now if Lesota behind the plate sets up for a pitch here low and outside. Tries to get Baez to go after it. Sandoval off the rubber, now back and ready to go. Leans in. Comes set. Here's the 1-2. He does go outside, and a tapper in front of the plate fielded there by Lesota, who looked at second base, then lobbed at the first for the out. On the play, Smith to third, D. Herrera to second. Tying runs again in scoring position for Scott Stetz. Stetz this morning is 0 for 1. He flied out to catch him in center field his first time up. That started the Titans' second inning. Indiana South Bend, they left 2 on in the second inning, as they had runners in scoring position there, but could not take advantage. 2 on, 2 out here. First pitch called strike right down the pipe. 0-1 to Stetz. Stetz, right-handed batter, stands in. Sandoval comes set. The 0-1. Swing, and this is kind of flared foul, one hopping toward the first base dugout. So 0-2 to Stetz. No balls and 2 strikes. Stetz awaits. And the pitch. Missing outside. So it's 1-2. Stetz, back foot just barely inside the back line of the batter's box, near the back right corner of the box. There's a swing and a flare down the left field line, and that will drop foul into the bullpen. So it stays a ball and 2 strikes here to Stetz, who bats with 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the third inning. His team trailing by a pair. Stetz awaits. Sandoval comes set. And the pitch. Swung on a jam shot and a grounder up the third base line. Fielded right near the bag at third base, and then the throw pulls the first baseman McGuire off the bag. Tesh at third. Tossed it all the way across the diamond, but it was to the outfield side of the bag. McGuire, a good effort, trying to keep his foot on the base, but could not do so. A run comes in on what I believe will be scored an error. Smith scores. D. Herrera to third. Stetz aboard at first base. And it's now a 2-1 game. And I believe it will be scored an E5. So no RBI for Stetz. Here's Jordan Moore now to the plate. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run now aboard at first base. So run in, and it's a 2-1 game. Moore had a walk his first time up back in the second inning. First pitch to him here. Strike called on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Nolan Unger would be next if the inning continues. Right now, Sandoval wants to keep that lead, trying to keep that runner at third from scoring. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball did not miss the batter by much as Moore spun out of the way of that one as it was inside to make it 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Moore backs out, or backs to the left edge of the box. Never did go out of the box completely. Now he's back and ready to go with his stance. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball low and away to make it 2-1. Game number 2 today, Judson against St. Xavier. Then St. Ambrose against Roosevelt. And then tonight, Olivet Nazarene against Trinity Christian. Terry Bonadonna will be along to call that 4th game tonight. 2 balls and 1 strike here. And the pitch. Swing and a ball sliced to right center field. Coming in quickly. Good jump there by Ketchum, and he makes the catch to end the inning. But Indiana South Bend on the board as they score 1 run on no hits. There was an error, 2 walks, and 2 left on base. And after 3 complete, it's St. Francis 2, Indiana South Bend 1 on the, as this is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back with you from Joliet as we go to the middle innings of this opening game of the 2021 CCAC Baseball Tournament. And the first pitch from Indiana South Bend's Robbie Berger caught the inner half of the plate for a called strike to Sean Harper. 8, 9, and 1 coming up for St. Francis in the 4th. And the 0-1 misses high to make it 1-1. Harper 0 for 1 in the game. He popped out to Logan Young at first base his first time up. Good ball game so far, 2-1 here in the 4th. And there's a check swing, attempt anyway, as Harper could not hold up. He went around at a ball that was up in the zone. That makes it 1-2. I didn't see it, but that's one of those situations, as here's the 1-2. Swinging a ball down the right field line. Wind takes it into foul territory near the bullpen. Young backpedaling, and he makes the catch for the out. So Harper pops out to the first baseman for the 2nd time this morning. And there's 1 out in the inning, and here's the center fielder, Luke Ketchum. I was just saying on that check swing, I think it would have been a case where I didn't see it happen, but very often you'll see a batter ask the umpire, hey, would that have been a strike had I not swung? Anyway, here's Harper swinging a pop-up right side out of play. Beg your pardon, here's Ketchum, and he's behind at 0-1. Ketchum had a double and then later scored back in the 2nd inning. Berger comes set, and the pitch, swinging a foul right side out of play. St. Francis, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Indiana South Bend has a run. They got that run in the last half inning without the benefit of a hit. They have a 1 run, no hits, and no errors. Ketchum here behind at 0-2 now. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip that I believe that's the ruling, and it was caught behind the plate by Stetz. Either way, a strikeout, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Berger, his 4th strikeout of the game, and back to the top of the order, and here's Travis Schoonover. So Berger working on a 1-2-3 inning. It would be his first of the game. First pitch here misses outside, 1-0. Berger's best inning so far was the third when he faced 4 batters. He allowed a 2-out single. Next pitch came in a little bit low. Schoonover started to swing but held up. There was an appeal to the third base umpire who says he did not go around. 2-0 to Schoonover. Schoonover, 2 for 2. He's halfway to a cycle. A single, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Takes here outside, 3-0. Noah Carrero would be next. 2 out top of the 4th inning. And the pitch. Looked like a little off-speed action there, but it was in there for a called strike. That makes it 3-1. Berger comes set, 3-1 pitch. Swinging a bouncer, foul right side. So it's full at 3-2. This is the 4th versus 5th matchup. These teams were able to directly move into the conference tournament this year. Here's the set now, and the pitch. Swinging a foul back. So it's full now at 3-2. Under normal circumstances, the top 8 standings-wise in the CCAC make it to the tournament. But this year they had a little bit of a different situation. Swinging a ground ball to the right side and on the outfield grass, fielded at second base there by Smith, throws to first base. That'll end the inning. We'll talk more about the conference tournament process after we take a break. As in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is St. Francis 2, Indiana South Bend 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back in Joliet, and the center fielder, Nolan Unger, will start it off here now for Indiana South Bend. Unger walked his first time up back in the 2nd inning. Unger, Vanderwood, and Mack due up here for the Titans in the bottom of the 4th inning. They trail by a run. First pitch here, Unger goes after it, pops it up right of the mound, and calling for it there is McGuire, and he makes the catch for the out. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the Titan 4th inning. On that play, the pitcher Sandoval looked like he might have been the person to call for it there, and it looked like he was getting ready to make the catch, then he deferred to McGuire. So 1 out here in the 4th, and here's Jake Vanderwood for Indiana South Bend. Vanderwood hit into a 1-6-3 put out his first time up. First pitch here, low and away, 1-0. He hit one right back up the middle. It bounced off of Sandoval and went to Carrero at short, who then threw to first for the out. Swinging a fly ball, fairly deep center field, but playable. Back into his right, the catch made by Luke Ketchum, who's been busy in center field today, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. 2 quick outs for the Titans, and here's Colin Mack, the shortstop. Winner of this game will play the winner of tonight's game between Olivet Nazarene and Trinity Christian. Olivet, the number 1 seed, 30-19 this season, against the number 8 seed at Trinity Christian. First pitch here, missing inside, and it's 1-0. Mack 0 for 1. He popped out to short center field his first time up. Sandoval into the line in the 1-0. Over but low. 2 balls and no strikes. Mack stands in the pitch. Strike called over the outer half to make it 2-1. So as we were saying, normally the top 8 standings-wise make it to the, there's a ball outside to make it 3-1, make it to the CCAC tournament. But this year, because of the different number of games each team played due to COVID-19 considerations, they allowed every team a chance to get into the main portion of the tournament. But the 6th through 11th place teams played play-in games earlier on this week, as there's a pop-up short right field, caught there by Nicholson, the second baseman, and that'll end the inning. So a 1-2-3 frame here in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after 4 complete. It is St. Francis 2, Indiana South Bend 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Welcome back to Joliet, Illinois, as Noah Carrero will start it off here for St. Francis in the top of the 5th inning. Middle frame in this 9-inning contest, and the first pitch is in there. Call and strike to Carrero, so he's behind at 0-1. Carrero, like Travis Schoonover before him, is halfway to a cycle. He has a single and a double. That pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Carrero. Carrero singled back in the 1st inning, then doubled in the 2nd inning. We play in the 5th inning, 2-1 in favor of St. Francis. There's a swing and a foul back. 1-2 to Carrero. Carrero will be followed by Josh Tesh and then Joe McGuire. As we play right now under sunny skies here in Joliet on a chilly May morning. Next pitch, missing outside. 2-2 to Carrero. Carrero out of the box, now back in. Windmills the bat around. And the pitch. A little bit of a jam shot, and it'll be kind of tapped foul to the left of home plate. So it stays a 2-strike situation. Defensively, it's Bayes in left for Indiana South Bend. Unger in center, De Herrera in right. Vanderwood at third, Mack at short, Smith at second, Young at first base. Berger on the mound, and Stetz behind the plate. There's another jam shot, fouled back out of play, or into the backstop. Out of play either way, and it stays 2-2 here to Carrero. Carrero out of the box, now back in. And the pitch. Missing just off the outside edge. Berger tried to paint the corner there and just barely missed. So it's 3-2 to Carrero. Carrero stands in. Here's the payoff. Golfed into left center field. This ball has some distance. Long run in center for Unger. And back to the gap, and it looks like it'll one-hop the fence. Or did Unger make the grab? Oh, he leaped into the air. It was hard to tell because of the advertising in the wall, but Unger able to, I believe, made the catch. And that'll be the first out of the inning. So here's the third baseman, Josh Tesh. And he goes after the first pitch and grounds it between third and short into left field for a base hit. So Tesh aboard with a one-out single here, and that'll bring up Joe McGuire. And they have advertising from the left field line all the way to left center field on the along the fence. As opposed to the green wall, they have some advertising to the right field side, but a large part of the right field wall is not covered with ads, so it's a little bit easier to see. There's a swing and a ball lifted in the air down the left field line. That'll be just fair, and it'll roll into the corner. Here's Tesh being waved around third. Ball back to the infield. And the relay not in time as Tesh scores to make it a 3-1 St. Francis lead on an RBI double by Joe McGuire, who really placed that ball perfectly. Hit it down the left field line. Over quickly was Baez, who made a nice play to get the ball back to the relay man, who brought it back home and made it a reasonably close play, but Tesh was in safely. That makes it 3-1 now, and here's Foster Hayes, the designated hitter. And he is a runner in scoring position now with a run in for St. Francis in the fifth. Berger coming set, and the first pitch, swing and a miss. Actually, was that a foul tip? I believe it was. Either way, it's a strike, and Hayes behind 0-1. Action now starting to the bullpen down the left field side, starting to come to life here for Indiana South Bend. As Berger, the starter, Robbie Berger, starting to pitch to be able to stay in the game. Looks at second base now, steps off the rubber. Well, the Titans, looking down at the bullpen, the Titans do not have numbers on the fronts of their jerseys, so I'm not yet able to tell who's warming up. Home plate umpire going out now to talk to the Titan pitcher on the mound. That short discussion ends. And we are about ready to resume. All right, Berger comes set now. Long look at second. Now the kick and the pitch to the plate. That'll be high and outside. Makes it 1-1 to Hayes. It's Greg Peach, P-I-T-S-C-H, I believe the pronunciation, warming up in the bullpen for Indiana South Bend. Next pitch here. And that'll be low to make it 2-1. Hayes, left-handed batter, awaits. Runner in scoring position at second base. A run in for St. Francis here in the fifth inning. Here comes the 2-1. Swinging a ball, line drive, and sliced into left field for a base hit. McGuire rounding third. He'll be waved to the plate. Throw back in, no relay. It's cut off, and a run scores, and St. Francis able to add to their lead as they've scored twice here in the fifth. So McGuire scoring, Hayes with the RBI single. And that makes it a 4-1 St. Francis lead. And Dolan Nicholson will now come to the plate here for St. Francis. Now meeting at the mound here, wondering if that's to give the reliever a little bit of time, maybe to get a little more warmed up. Top of the fifth inning. Looks like Berger for the moment will stay in the game. Coach never came out, so there was not going to be a pitching change there. Anyway, here's Nicholson, who fouled out to left field and has also singled in the game this morning. All right, here's the first pitch. Swinging a sharply hit line drive off the second baseman into right field. Rounding second Heis. He will head for third base. Runners at first and third. That was a hard hit ball there towards Smith at second base. Could not come up with it. And now runners at the corners, and St. Francis a chance here now to really get some separation. So here now is Jake Lasota, the catcher. Lasota 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. He was caught looking in the second inning, then struck out swinging in the third. 1 out, 2 runs in, runners at first and third here for St. Francis. Here's the set now by Berger. And the pitch. Swinging a line drive, base hit to center field. That'll score a run from third to make it a 5-1 game as the third run of the inning crosses the plate for the Fighting Saints. Heis comes in to score. On the play, Nicholson to second base, and that might be it for Berger. Got a pitching change, it looks like, coming up. We'll take a break, tell you about the new man on the mound after a timeout. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, we are back here as Sean Harper now will step to the plate here. St. Francis with 3 runs across in the inning and looking for more. And the first pitch to Harper swung on in the air, right center field. Long run here for both right and center fielders, and that will be, I believe, caught by Unger, the center fielder who ran a long way to run down that ball. On the play, Nicholson goes to third base. And that is the second out of the inning. 2 away, and that'll bring up Luke Ketchum to the plate now.
With center fielder number 20, Luke Ketchum.
So Luke Ketchum now will stand in, as it is Matt Smith coming in. I thought it was 2-2 warming up on the bullpen, but I believe it was 2-3 on the jersey number. So Matt Smith, the senior from Livermore, California, entering the game. He gets a quick first out here. Berger is responsible for the runners on base still, as there's a foul off to the right out of play. 0-1 to Ketchum, who has a double and a strikeout and a run scored here. Ketchum struck out swinging his last time up back in the 4th inning. 3 across for St. Francis here in the 5th inning. They now lead it 5-1. Smith, right-hander, comes set on the pitch. And that did not miss the hitter by much as it came in inside to make it 1-1 now to Luke Ketchum. Matt Smith this year, a 1-1 record, a 4.03 ERA. This is his 16th appearance, all in relief. 22 1/3 innings coming in, 10 hits, 10 runs, all earned, 11 walks, 16 strikeouts. Opponents hitting, though, just 135 against him. There's a throw to first base and the runner back in time. So we play in the 5th inning, and St. Francis able to open up a lead here. They're up now 5-1. Here's the set by Smith and the pitch. Runner going. Pitch was on the inside corner, called strike, throw to second base. Short hopping in, and it was caught there by Smith, well short of the mark. As Matt Smith on the mound and Logan Smith at second base. Logan Smith caught that ball well in front of the bag. So now a runner at second base as a changeup comes in up a little bit high. And that will run the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 runs across in the inning for St. Francis. They now have 10 hits in the game. Here comes the set now by Smith. And the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Moving over toward the line into foul territory. Reaching up, backpedaling a step or two. And T.J.D. Herrera makes the catch while moving backwards near the pitching mound of the bullpen to end the inning. So in the inning, 3 runs on 4 hits. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's now St. Francis 5, Indiana South Bend 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning in a scoring clarification. The Nicholson at bat in the top of the 5th inning was scored an error on the second baseman, I believe. So there was an error in the last inning as well. And so now that we have that taken care of, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-1 ball game now in favor of St. Francis, and we go to the top of the order for Indiana South Bend. Logan Smith now will start things off. Takes the first pitch for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Angel Sandoval on the mound has allowed a run, but he has yet to allow a hit in the game. 5-1 game. Sandoval under the wind of the pitch. This is hit well to left field. Moving back, Harper toward the track at the fence. Reaches up and makes the catch for the out. Little bit more, and it would have gone over. But instead, Smith, a long out to left field, and there's one down in the Titan 5th inning. And that'll bring up T.J.D. Herrera.
Right fielder number 18, T.J.D. Herrera.
De Herrera has a pair of walks in the game this morning. Walked in the first, was erased on a fielder's choice. Then in the third inning, he advanced as far as third, but was left on base there. First pitch here, high and tight for ball one. Logan Young next, and then Jared Baez if we get that far. Here's the 1-0, misses outside. 2-0 to De Herrera. De Herrera, left-handed batter, quickly taps the plate with his bat. He's ready to go. Sandoval deals, misses outside. 3-0 here. Sandoval has not yet allowed a hit, but he has walked 5 batters in the game. 3-0 here. High ball 4, a 4-pitch walk with 1 out to TJ De Herrera. And that'll bring up Logan Young.
First baseman number 24, Logan Young.
Young 0 for 2. He flied to left and flied to right in the first and third innings, respectively. Short lead by the runner at first, and a swing and a miss. And the runner going to second base. Throw from the catcher. Lasota gets him. So De Herrera is out trying to steal on an interesting play there. As the pitch came in and the swing was made, I thought it might have been a foul ball. As Young was fooled on the pitch, he reached out, had a weak swing at it, but he never made contact. De Herrera went and was cut down at second base. There's a swing and a miss. And so now 0-2 to Logan Young. This inning has turned around in a heartbeat now. No balls and 2 strikes to Logan Young. The set by Sandoval on the pitch. That's a fastball high to make it 1-2. So Sandoval again trying to face the minimum number of batters here in the 5th inning. He's a strike away from that. And the pitch in the dirt to even the count 2-2. Sandoval comes set after getting the sign. And the 2-2. A little bit low, a little bit outside to fill up the count. Sandoval comes to the belt. And here's the payoff. And that swung on, popped up left side, foul territory, and out of play. Young, I don't believe he got the pitch he was expecting. Looked like he adjusted his swing almost in mid-swing. Kind of golfed it foul left side. So we'll try another 3-2 pitch here from Sandoval to Young. Here it comes. Check swing and a chopper foul right side. So we'll try it again at 3-2. Bottom of the 5th inning. 5-1 St. Francis the lead. Sandoval looks in for the sign. And the pitch. Again, kind of a golf swing. Popped up right side and out of play. Good battle here between Young and Sandoval. Indiana South Bend, the number 4 seed, coming into the game at 23-22. St. Francis at 21-18, the number 5 seed. Roosevelt, St. Xavier, and Trinity Christian were the 3 teams as there's a called third strike to end the inning. I think Young thought he had a walk. The umpire not agreeing, and that'll end the frame. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, nobody left on base. Indiana South Bend hitless through 5. We go to the 6th inning. It is St. Francis 5, Indiana South Bend 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go to the top of the 6th inning here in Joliet, here at DuPage Medical Group Field. And leading it off for St. Francis, top of the order coming up, here's Travis Schoonover to start it off here for the Fighting Saints. First pitch coming in, and it'll be off the outside edge, 1-0 here. As Matt Smith starting off his first complete inning of work since coming out in relief of the starter Robbie Berger for Indiana South Bend. Next pitch swung on and fly to fairly deep center field. Unger back into his left, has plenty of room, plenty of time, and he makes the catch. Schoonover flies to center field. He's now 2 for 4 in the game, and that'll bring up Noah Carraro. Carraro 2 for 3, a single and a double, and a fly out to center field. Both center fielders have been busy here in this game this morning. First pitch to Carraro here, and it'll be a strike on the inside edge, 0-1. Carraro, right-handed batter, awaits in the 0-1. Curveball in there. Nice pitch from Smith. And so it's 0-2 to Carraro. Smith comes set. And the 0-2. Jam shot. Little floater out towards the left side. And diving at third base in front of the shortstop. Third baseman there. Vanderwood dives and makes the catch. There was a little flare. I thought it was headed to shortstop, and in fact it was, but Vanderwood came flying in and dove to his left to make the play. So 2 away in the inning, and here's Josh Tesh, the third baseman. Tesh 1 for 3. He singled his last time up in the 5th inning. Later scored a run. Takes the first pitch here, called strike on the inner half, and it's 0-1. Joe McGuire would be next if the inning continues. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball missed inside. And it's 1-1. Tesh struck out swinging in the 1st inning and then grounded out to short in the 2nd. Then singled back in inning number 5. Has a 1-1 count here and the delivery. Swinging a ground ball left side. That gets by the third baseman out to the shortstop. Throw to first a little bit high, but Young able to bring it in on the high throw from Colin Mack, and that'll end the inning. So a 1-2-3 frame here. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It is St. Francis 5, Indiana South Bend 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Indiana South Bend down 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Middle third of the order, Bayes, Stetz, and Moore due up here for the Titans. As they have yet to have a hit in the game. They have a run. First pitch here, down and in, 1-0 to Bayes. By the way, the pitching line today on Robbie Berger, the starter for Indiana South Bend, 4 1/3 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs all earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. There's a ball sliced foul right side out of play. 1-1 to Bayes, who is 0 for 2, a fielder's choice, and then he was retired on a 2-3 putout in the third inning. Well, catching the voice there. Here's the next pitch, swung on a jam shot, pulled foul down the left field line as it bounds into the dugout. I should say bounds into the bullpen beyond the dugout on the third base side. 1-2 here to Bayes. One ball, two strikes, and the pitch. And again inside. This is a slow roller to third base. On the infield grass, gloving there is Tesh. Throws to first, looked like a sidearm throw there, and it's in time for the out. One away in the Titans' sixth inning, and here's Scott Stetz, the catcher.
Catcher number 13, Scott Stetz.
Stetz is 0 for 2. He's flied out to center field. He's also reached on an error. Reached on a throwing error by Tesh back in the third inning. Takes the first pitch here, and it hit him just above the left elbow, and he sprints to first base as Stetz is aboard with one away here in this sixth inning. So Tesh aboard now, and here's Jordan Moore. That means Nolan Unger will bat in this inning unless there's a double play coming up. So Jordan Moore now will stand in. Right-handed batter awaits with a runner at first and one away in the inning. First pitch here. Started a swing, held up, but it was in there for a strike nonetheless. That hit batter by Sandoval was his fifth of the year. 1 ball and no strikes to Jordan Moore. Throw to first and the runner back in. Sandoval has yet to allow a hit. He's walked, I believe it's 7 batters now. And he's also hit a batter. Here's the 1-0 to the plate. Taken high, 2 balls and no strikes. Sandoval leans in, looks for the sign. Now, Moore steps out of the batter's box. Sandoval has walked 6 officially and then hit a batter. Next pitch high and away. 3 balls and no strikes here. Moore, the DH, awaits. The 3-0. Swung on and inside out into right field for a base hit, so that spoils the no-hit bid here by Sandoval, and runners now aboard at first and second. So Moore picks up the Titans' first hit of the game. Stetz to second base, 2 on, 1 out for Nolan Unger.
Center fielder number 14, Nolan Unger.
So Unger will stand in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Walked in the second inning, then popped out to McGuire at first his last time up. That was back in the 4th frame. So Unger stands in. Here's the set now by Sandoval. And the pitch. Started a swing, held up, and the pitch came in over but low. 1-0 to Unger. Jake Vanderwood would be next. And he will bat unless there's a double play. Same situation for Unger when he was in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a bouncer right side, very slowly picked up there at first base. Underhand throw to the pitcher covering. And was it in time? Yes, it was. I'll explain that in a moment. As the runner is able to advance to second and third, Unger retired on a 3-1 putout. The reason I waited on the call is because McGuire fielded it. Sandoval covered, but Nicholson, the second baseman, was also coming over, and his momentum took him into the umpire, and he wrapped his arms around the umpire, who could not make the indication. So anyway, the runner was out. That's the second out of the inning, I should say. And now here's Jake Vanderwood. Runners at second and third, 2 on, 2 out. Base hit here could tighten things up, as could potentially make it a 2-run game again. First pitch coming in from Sandoval, and it'll be in there. Looked like a slow curve, caught the inner half for a called strike, 0-1. Vanderwood 0 for 2, flied out to center field this last time up. We play in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the set now, and the pitch. Swinging, this ball is hit well, but sliced foul down the right field side. 0-2 here. No balls, 2 strikes. Colin Mack awaits on deck. Sandoval a strike away from getting out of the mini jam here. Oh, 0-2 to Vanderwood. Here's the set. And a fake throw to third. Sandoval followed through but never let go of the baseball. All right, he comes set again now. And the 0-2. Swinging a foul right side out of play, and it stays no balls and 2 strikes. Vanderwood out of the box, quickly back in. Here comes the set. And another 0-2 offering. Swung on, flared to short left field, and that will fall in for a base hit. 1 run is in. Second runner being waved around. He will score, and it is, in fact, now back to a 2-run game. Stetz and Moore score. Vanderwood, a little flare, didn't make great contact, but he placed it perfectly, and he picks up 2 RBIs. And that'll bring up Colin Mack, as it's now a 5-3 game. Mack 0 for 2. Popped out to short center, popped out to second base. He's the tying run. Runner here at first going, swing and a miss, throw to second base, well to the third base side of the bag. Good job there by Nicholson, who was the second baseman, to get all the way over to field that ball to prevent it from going into center field. The path of the ball would have taken it to the outfield, and there would have been really not much backup there. 0-1 to Mack. So now runner in scoring position. As Vanderwood at second base, there's a swing and a foul back. And Mack quickly now in an 0-2 hole. Logan Smith would be next. Interesting game here now. 5-3 ball game in the bottom of the 6th inning. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Just off the outside edge. That makes it 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Colin Mack. And the pitch. Swing and a foul back out of play, and it stays 1-2. Back with you today at 1 p.m., then at 4 and at 7, but the next game coming up at 1 p.m. today is the 3 versus 6 matchup, Judson against St. Xavier. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Colin Mack. And the pitch, swing and a high pop-up. Short left center field, backing up the shortstop, makes a one-handed catch. That's Carraro to end the inning. But in the inning, Indiana South Bend draws a little bit closer as they score twice in the frame. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, a hit batter, and a runner left on base. After 6 complete, it's St. Francis 5, Indiana South Bend 3. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Joe McGuire.
Joe McGuire will lead it off here as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Good ball game here to start things off in the 2021 CCAC Baseball Championship Tournament. St. Francis the lead 5-3. Matt Smith going to work here for the Titans of Indiana South Bend. First pitch low and away, and it's 1-0. McGuire, 1 for 3, has an RBI double in the game. That was his last time up in the 5th inning. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a pop-up, right side, foul territory, out of play. That makes it 1-1. 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for St. Francis. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Indiana South Bend. 1-1 here to McGuire. He'll be followed by Foster Heise and then Dolan Nicholson. Next pitch. Pop foul again, right side, out of play. So 1-2 to McGuire. St. Francis with 2 in the 2nd and then 3 more in the 5th inning. Indiana South Bend. There's a pitch and a high pop-up short right center field. 3 men converging on it. Unger, a great jump there, makes the catch. So Unger runs that one down in right center field, and that's the first out of the inning. Indiana South Bend with a run in the 3rd and then 2 more in the 6th inning for their scoring, as now it will be Foster Heise to step in for St. Francis. Heise in the game today is 1 for 2 with a base hit and an RBI as he fouls this one off left side, out of play. Lands on the berm down the left field side. Bright sunshine prevailing again here at DuPage Medical Group Field in downtown Joliet. Heise left-handed batter back into the batter's box. And the pitch. Missing outside to make it 1-1. Matt Smith on the mound for Indiana South Bend. There is action right now in the St. Francis bullpen. Swinging a ground ball to the left side. Glove there at short. A little bit of a crow hop there by Mack, but he throws out Heise at first base for out number 2. Plenty of time to make that play. So 2 away, and here's Nicholson, the second baseman. Nicholson today is 1 for 3. He's reached base twice on a single and then an error. Fouled out to left field his first time up back in the opening frame. Righty versus lefty, swing and a miss here by Nicholson. He's behind at 0-1. Jake Lasota, the catcher, would be next. We play in the top of the 7th inning. 5-3, St. Francis the lead. Matt Smith, like so many pitchers these days, always works out of the stretch and the pitch. Swinging the ball, sliced to left center field. Unger moving to his right, then coming on, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Boy, Unger, he's impressive in center field. He can cover a lot of ground out there, and he's shown that here in this half inning as he's run down short pop-ups or short fly balls both in right center and now left center field. In the inning, no runs for St. Francis, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Stretch time in Joliet, your score. Indiana South Bend right now coming up to bat. They trail St. Francis. It's St. Francis 5, Indiana South Bend 3. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tight ball game. 5-3. University of St. Francis leading here. Top of the order coming up now for Indiana South Bend. So Logan Smith will start it off here. Ryan Daly is now on to pitch here for St. Francis. And the first pitch here looked like missed a little low, 1-0. Daly, a freshman from Plainfield, Illinois, deals here. Down low and away, 2 balls and no strikes. So the day is done for the starter Sandoval for St. Francis. Next pitch, strike on the outside edge. 2-1 now to Logan Smith, who flied to left field his last time up. Next pitch misses outside, 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike as Daly, tall right-hander, rocks and fires. Swinging a foul right side out of play. 3-2 here to Logan Smith. So Sandoval today for St. Francis, 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned. Here's the next pitch coming in, and that'll be high for ball 4, a leadoff walk. That'll bring the tying run to the plate now for the Titans. Walks have been an issue today for St. Francis pitching. As Sandoval, we mentioned, again, 6 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them were earned. He walked 6, struck out 2, and he also hit a batter. He threw 103 pitches. So now here is TJ De Herrera, and the first pitch to him will miss down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. So trouble here early for the reliever Daly. He is struggling to find his location. Next pitch missing inside. Runner going from first down to second. Throw into second base. And Smith is going to be safe. The shortstop, Carraro, on one knee, got a glove on it, but could not hold on to it. 2-0 now to De Herrera. De Herrera has 3 walks in the game today. Left-handed batter awaits. De Herrera awaits. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball was right down the middle. De Herrera went after it, came up empty to make it 2-1. De Herrera back into the batter's box. Runner in scoring position at second. That run would bring the Titans to within a run. There's a ball over but low. 3-1 now to De Herrera. Logan Young awaits on deck. Then Baez and then Stetz if we get that far. Bottom of 7. And St. Francis right now a tenuous 5-3 lead. The set by Daly. And the pitch. Off the outside corner, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the Indiana South Bend 7th inning, and that'll bring up Logan Young. Ryan Daly coming into the tournament, 2-3 with a 5.88 earned run average. This is his 12th appearance. Got a courtesy runner coming into the game now. Pinch runner coming into the game for Indiana South Bend. Did not catch the number. I mentioned earlier they don't have numbers on the fronts of their jerseys, do the Titans. We'll wait on the announcement from C.J. Selner. As 2 up now, Logan Young, and now a meeting on the mound here. There is action again in the St. Francis bullpen. It's Jake Dykstra running at first base. He's the sophomore from Schererville, Indiana. So he runs at first. The meeting right now involving everybody, pitcher, batter, and all the infielders for St. Francis As now that is, I believe, 9 batters walked in the game by St. Francis pitching. Correction, make it 8, but either way, the point is made. That's really living dangerously. Eventually, that will come back and cause problems. Plus the hit batter. So here we go now, the meeting over. Logan Young stands in. Young is 0 for 3. He was caught looking his last time up back in the 5th inning. Squares the bunt here, lays it down, and it'll be fielded in front of the plate, and a bad throw coming from Lesota, the catcher, and so Young is safe at first base, and the bases are loaded. I suspect that'll be an error on Lesota. That ball was bunted in front of the plate, and I hesitated a little bit because Lesota held up both arms, and I thought maybe he was indicating perhaps to the umpire he thought it was a foul ball. Then he picked it up and made a high throw to first base. So runners at every base. Here's Jared Bayes now. Tying runs in scoring position. First pitch here, called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Bayes is 0 for 3. He grounded out to third base his last time up. So some shaky defense here, and South Bend a chance to capitalize. There's a check swing, and appeal to the infield umpire there down at first base who says he went around. So 0-2 here to Bayes. That pitch came up high. Bayes knew he shouldn't have tried to swing at it. Just could not hold it up in time. Here's the set, the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul off the helmet of the catcher, Lesota. Caroms toward the right side on deck circle, and it's going to stay 0-2 here to Bayes. Bayes is loaded here now for Indiana South Bend. Trying to erase what was once a 5-1 deficit. Here's the set by Daly. The 0-2 breaking ball, swung on, bounced up the third base line. Glove behind the bag at third base, and that's called a foul ball. Tesh gloved it, made a throw across the diamond, but Bayes will come back to the plate, still in an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. Daly comes set. The kick and the pitch. Breaking ball right up the middle and over to second base into center field. 1 run is in. Second runner being waved around. Here's the throw in from center field. Cut off at the mound. We are tied at 5. So the walks come back to hurt St. Francis as we speculated. Logan Young on the play to second base. Bayes with a 2-run single, and we are even at 5. It's a brand new ball game. Runner coming in now at first base here for Indiana South Bend. This will be Taj Abdur Rahman, the freshman from Detroit, Michigan. He will run now for Indiana South Bend as Scott Stetz will stand in for the Titans. Runners at first and second. And Scott Stetz will stand in. I might have said during that last play, Logan Young to second base. That may be Dykstra running. I just had not written that down in the scorebook as of yet, although the first pitch here missing. Let's see, it looked like there might have been a bunt attempt there. I was looking up at the board, and it was a ball low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Although wondering if Dykstra scored earlier on. Anyway, there's a ball put up the third base line here, and throw to first base from Tesh at third. Not in time. So Stetz aboard, and the bases are again loaded for Indiana South Bend. And here's Jordan Moore. And now another pinch runner coming into the game for Indiana South Bend. New base runners everywhere. This will be Nick Banks, the sophomore from Indianapolis, Indiana. So here's Jordan Moore. The bases are loaded. And there is still nobody out, and a pitching change to be made here for St. Francis. New pitcher coming into the game for the Saints. We'll tell you about it after we take a break. New ball game, 5-5, bottom 7, and Indiana South Bend threatening for more. Take a break and return. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, Sam Pileggi now on to pitch here for St. Francis, and he inherits a major jam as Indiana South Bend has scored twice. They've scored 2 here in the last 2 innings, 2 so far here in the 7th, and they have the bases loaded and nobody out. Pileggi this year 1-1 with a 5.40 ERA. This is his 10th appearance, all in relief. 10 innings pitched, 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 6 walks, 14 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .231 against him. Jordan Moore will be the first batter he faces. The inning began with 2 walks, then an error, and then a 2-run single, and then another single here. And here's Jordan Moore. So Moore stands in. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Pileggi, right-hander, comes set in the pitch. Low and away, and it is 1-0 to Moore. St. Francis pitching today. Early on, they were able to work around the many walks, but now it comes back to hurt them in a big way here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-0 to Moore. Pileggi comes set. Here's the pitch. Strike called to make it 1-1. Unger next, and then Jake Vanderwood. Bottom 7, 5-5 game. And Indiana South Bend looking to take their first lead of the morning. Not quite yet to the afternoon. Pileggi steps off the rubber. Now he's back on and ready to go. Comes set now. And the pitch. Swing and a foul right side. Just beyond the seats. 1-2 to Jordan Moore. Moore back into the batter's box. Runners at every base for the Titans. Fantastic opportunity here for Indiana South Bend. They've already been able to come back and pull even. Next pitch, swing and a foul ball. Just barely got a piece of it, it looked like. So it stays 1-2 to the Titan designated hitter. One ball and 2 strikes. Moore out of the box, now back in. Runners take their leads. Strikeout would be huge here. The pitch. Over but low. That'll square it up 2-2 now. Drama here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-5 game. South Bend back after trailing early 5-1. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and it'll be into center field for a base hit. They'll take the lead with the Titans. One run comes in, station to station here as the runner held up at third, but it's now a 6-5 Indiana South Bend lead. Walks and errors really coming back to hurt St. Francis here in this one. Everybody moves up one. Moore with an RBI. Here now is Nolan Unger. Unger in the game is 0 for 2 with a walk. Still nobody out in the inning. 3 runs in and the bases are still loaded. Here's the set now by Pelleggi and the pitch. And that'll be a strike on the inside corner, 0-1 to Unger. I actually like that decision by the third base coach there to hold up that runner. Because a play at the plate might have a chance at stopping all of the momentum right now that Indiana South Bend has been able to muster here in this inning. Next pitch low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 walks, an error, and now 3 straight base hits for Indiana South Bend. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Unger. Right-handed batter awaits. The set and the pitch. High to make it 2-1. And again, St. Francis pitcher is trying to work from behind in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pelleggi comes set. The kick and the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, left field, base hit. Right between third and short. 1 run will score. Second runner being waved around. Throw to the plate, not in time. It gets away from Lasota. It goes to the backstop. A third runner will come to the plate. Throw now to Lasota covering, and he's out. I believe that'll be a 1-2 put out for what turns out to be the first out of the inning. And on the play, Unger winds up at third. He gets a base hit. He drives in 2. Then the ball getting away, but a good recovery by Lasota. As Jordan Moore, I believe it was, trying to score. It's a 2-1 put out there. Unger is at third. Here's Jake Vanderwood. As on the play, it's now 8-5 in favor of Indiana South Bend. They have a 5-run inning, and now Coach Mihala coming to the mound here for St. Francis. And will we have yet another pitcher coming into the game? Yes, we will. I wonder if it's one of the position players. So we have a pitching change. We'll tell you about it after a break. As this game is turned around completely. Bottom 7, it's now 8-5 Indiana South Bend. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. John McGuire, the new pitcher for St. Francis. He has a 3-0 record, a 3.25 ERA. 13th appearance. All but 2 in relief as the first pitch swung on and fouled away by Jake Vanderwood. McGuire, 27 2/3 innings pitched, 27 hits, 15 runs, 10 earned, 5 walks, 19 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .245 against him. So it's Unger at third, 8-5 game now. As a 5-run inning so far for Indiana South Bend. As the next pitch coming in over but low to Vanderwood. 1 ball and 1 strike. Vanderwood had a 2-run single his last time up. He's 1 for 3 in the game. McGuire, right-hander, comes set on the pitch. Swinging, this ball's ripped up the middle to center field. Unger will trot in from third base, scoring easily to make it a 9-5 Indiana South Bend lead. Vanderwood joins the hit parade here. Unger scoring. That's the 6th run of the inning. And here's Colin Mack, as now Indiana South Bend will have batted around here in the 7th inning. Mack 0 for 3 in the game this morning. So 1 on, 1 out, and 6 runs in what's been a disastrous inning for St. Francis. Pitch here, called strike on the outside edge, 0-1 to Mack. Mack popped out to the shortstop. He's popped out 3 times today. Here's the set by McGuire and the pitch. And this is going to be fouled off to the right out of play. A little inside-out swing there. 1-2. Now we're into the afternoon hours. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. This will push back our 1 o'clock game in all likelihood. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul right side out of play. And it stays a ball and 2 strikes. I was looking at Vanderwood's box in my scorebook here. It's 1-2 now. That might have been a 1-1 pitch. Anyway, it's a moot point. There's a roller to shortstop. Backhanded in the hole at short by Carraro. Throw to first, well off the bag to the outfield side. No chance there. Wise move at first base there by Joe McGuire to keep the ball from getting away, but now runners at first and second. And we're back to the top of the order. Batting for the 2nd time in the inning now will be Logan Smith for Indiana South Bend. Smith in the game has 2 walks, a strikeout, and a flyout. He walked last time up. That started this inning, and he later scored. 2 on, still only 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike, 0-1. So far, 6 runs across here for Indiana South Bend. A plethora of runs across the plate here. Here's the set by McGuire and the pitch. And it's down low as John McGuire on the hill, tossing that one in, over but low. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Smith. Smith has walked twice in the game, and on both occasions he's later come around to score. Here's the 1-1. Fastball missing inside, 2 balls and a strike. Runners at first and second, 1 away in the inning. So far, 6 runs across for the Titans. Long pause. And now the pitch. It's high, 3-1. That's the longest pause without a timeout being asked for in a long time. At least that I've seen in a long time. Here's the set by John McGuire and the pitch. Ball 4 low, and that'll load him up again. And the walks continue to be a problem for St. Francis pitching. And that'll bring up TJ De Herrera. He will bat for the 2nd time. He has walked 4 times in the game today.
Re-entering the right fielder, number 18, TJ De Herrera.
So De Herrera will come to the plate. He's walked in the first, third, fifth, and now seventh innings, and he'll bat for a second time in the seventh frame. Base is loaded here. Boy, you wonder if he clears the bases or drives in a pair, it might put the game away. First pitch down and in, 1-0 to De Herrera. One ball and no strikes. De Herrera, left-handed batter, awaits. Sun right now behind some cloud cover. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball high, 2-0. De Herrera out of the box, now back in. Runner at third, bolting down the line now, going back to the bag. Now he does so again. Here's the pitch. Missing outside. 3-0. You wonder there if you're trying to induce maybe a balk. Roosevelt University in a game a couple of weeks ago had a runner score on a straight steal of home. Was quite the play. I don't think that's going to happen here. Here's the 3-0. That'll miss. Actually, no, it caught the outside edge for a called strike. 3-1 now. Why try to steal home or any other base right now? And you're getting so many walks. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Outside, ball 4. There was no place to put him. That'll bring in a run. Vanderwood, I believe, was at third base. He scores. De Herrera gets an RBI on the walk. And here's Logan Young. Well, you simply cannot walk this many batters and expect to not have it come back and cause harm. First pitch here, right down the pipe, called strike to Young. Young reached on an error his first time up here in the 7th inning. Later came around to score. 0-1 here. Bases loaded, 1 out. 7 runs across in the inning. The 0-1. High chop up the first base line. That'll spin foul. So Young behind at 0-2. Jared Baez would be next. And will bat unless there's a double play, which certainly is in order here. Force at any base is in effect. 10-5, Indiana South Bend. John McGuire comes set. And a throw to third base, and the runner back in time. That, I believe, is Colin Mack at third base. John McGuire comes set. And this time another throw to third base, and it is thrown away into the bullpen down the left field side. 1 run is in. 2 runs will come in. And on the play, De Herrera goes to third base. That makes it a 9-run inning. That'll be an E1 on a wild throw on a pickoff attempt at third base. Logan Young back into the batter's box. That makes it now. Here's the set by John McGuire. He'll come to the plate. Swing and a miss at a ball up in the zone. He strikes out for out number 2 in the inning. That's the first out since the runner was thrown out at the plate trying to score earlier on. 12-5 on a 9-run inning here for Indiana South Bend. All right, Coach Mahalik back out onto the mound here, and we'll have another pitcher come into the game for St. Francis. So another pitching change here. We'll tell you about it after we take another break. Bottom 7. The inning continues for Indiana South Bend. They now lead 12-5. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Kevin Karnas, the new pitcher here for St. Francis. 1-0 record with a 4.37 ERA. 22 and 2/3 innings pitched so far this season. First batter he will be facing will be Jared Bayes, and the first pitch to him is a little bit low, and it's 1-0, and I believe a pinch hitter here is now batting for Indiana South Bend. Next pitch, a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. And actually, it is Taj Abdur Rahman who is batting here. Rahman came in to run for Bayes earlier in the game, and now he's batting for the first time today. Rahman awaits in the pitch in the dirt. So 3-0 to Abdur Rahman. Here's the pitch. Taking inside, ball 4, and yet another walk here. And runners now at first and third for Indiana South Bend. Scott Stetz due up here. Let's see if he bats. And he will indeed. So Stetz will bat here.
Catcher number 13, Scott Stetz.
He is the 14th Titan to bat in the inning. He laid down a perfect bunt single his last time up earlier in the 7th inning. That really helped fuel the rally. Runners at first and third. Runner from first goes. No throw to second base for fear the runner from third might try to score. So Abdur Rahman now on at second base after stealing a base. And runners now at second and third. That pitch to Stetz was in there for a strike, so it's 0-1 to the Titan catcher. Runners at second and third, 2 on, 2 out, 9 runs across in the inning. Here's the set and the pitch. Down low, 1-1. One ball, one strike, the count. Stetz, right-handed batter, awaits. And the pitch. And that'll be outside. It'll get away from the catcher on one hop. And the runner from third will score. De Herrera comes in on a wild pitch. Abdur Rahman takes third. The count to Stetz is now 2-1. That's the 10th run across in the inning. Makes it a 13-5 game. Indiana South Bend has turned a 2-run deficit into an 8-run lead. Next pitch coming in. Breaking ball missing inside. 3-1 here. Jordan Moore would be next. "13 runs on 9 hits, 1 error for Indiana South Bend. St. Francis 5 runs, 10 hits, and 3 errors. Swinging a high fly ball, short right field. Coming on and making the catch, Schoonover to right to end this long inning in which Indiana South Bend scores 10 times. So in the inning, 10 runs come across for Indiana South Bend. Trying to ascertain all of the totals of the inning here. As in the frame, 10 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, 1 left on base. And we go to the 8th. And it is Indiana South Bend 13, St. Francis 5. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. right, we go to the top of the 8th inning here in Joliet, Illinois. This is the home field for St. Francis. They're the visiting team here today, and they have a lot of work to do as they now trail it 13-5 going to the 8th inning. And the first pitch here is going to be a called strike to the catcher, Jake Lasota. Lasota, Harper, and Ketchum due up for St. Francis. Bright sunshine again here. Here's the next pitch, swung on, and a solid single to left field to start the St. Francis 8th inning by Lasota. Pinch runner coming into the game now here for the Fighting Saints. This will be Scott Tumulty, freshman from Villa Park, Illinois. So now Sean Harper will stand in. First pitch coming in here, and that'll be a strike on the outside edge, 0-1. Matt Smith continuing on the mound for Indiana South Bend. 0-1 to Harper, who's 0 for 3 in the game today. Next pitch here, swung on and hit the skied to fairly deep right field. Wind carrying it back to the track, but still playable. And De Herrera reaches up and makes the catch for the out. Well, that ball had some serious carry to it, but a long fly out to right field for Harper, one away, and here's Luke Ketchum.
Now batting the center fielder, number 20, Luke Ketchum.
We'll try to check all of the pitching lines for the St. Francis pitchers. As Ketchum, right-handed batter, awaits, and the first pitch to him, and it hits him near the left shoulder. That'll put runners at first and second.
Right fielder number 30, Travis Schoonover.
So 2 on now as Travis Schoonover will stand in. Matt Smith coming to the stretch in the pitch. And that'll be high for ball 1. Schoonover flied out to center field his last time up. He is 2 for 4 in the game here today. Smith comes set, and the pitch. Pulled foul right side. So now 1-1 to Schoonover. Matt Smith gets the sign, and now comes set. And the pitch. This ball is drilled to right center field. This may be gone. Back to the track, to the wall. And that ball sails over the fence for a 3-run home run for Travis Schoonover. That ball was crushed. And right when it came off the bat, you knew it would go a long way. And Schoonover drives in 3 to make it a 13-8 game. So the first home run of the tournament overall, as Schoonover clears the bases. And here's Noah Carraro now, and a new pitcher coming in, it looks like, for Indiana South Bend. Pitching change here for the Titans. We'll take a break and return. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. New pitcher on for Indiana South Bend as we return to Joliet. And it's Zach Den, the senior. He's a right-hander, and he comes in to pitch here for the Titans. He has a 1-2 record with a 2.95 ERA. And Noah Carraro will be the first man that Den faces. The first pitch here in the dirt. 1-0 to Carraro. Carraro 2 for 4 in the game. Lined out to third base his last time up. Great play at third base by Vanderwood as he dove to his left to make the play. Here's a bunt up the third base line. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. Picked up there by the catcher Stets, but he turns and cannot make a play. Carraro, a perfectly placed bunt, and he's aboard. And now here's Josh Tesh. So it's 13-8. 21 combined runs, 22 combined hits, and 4 combined errors in the game. First pitch to Tesh. Goes after one that was up in the zone and fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Tesh is 1 for 4 in the game today. As we play here in the top of the 8th inning, 13-8 is the score. Suddenly a lot of offense. Here's the set now and the pitch. Swing and a foul at home plate. Kind of a little mini golf swing there by Tesh, and he is behind at 0-2. New set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire. This game approaching the 3-hour mark. Throw to first base and the runner back in. One on, one out, 3 runs across in the inning for St. Francis on the home run by Schoonover. Next pitch down low. Good block by Stets behind the plate. Count goes to 1-2. The Schoonover home run was his 6th of the year, and he now has 21 RBIs. Next pitch coming in low and away. So 2-2 here. Game 2 scheduled for 1 o'clock between Judson and St. Xavier. That will be pushed back. Here's the pitch. And it'll be up high, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tesh. Tesh out of the box, now back in. The set and the pitch. Breaking ball called, 3rd strike. And that's out number 2. First strikeout for Zach Densitz coming on, and now here's Joe McGuire. McGuire 1 for 4 with an RBI. He drove in that run on a double back in the 6th inning. Later on, he scored in that inning. – 13-8 ball game. You know, a home run here would bring it back to 3 runs and make things a tad more interesting. It's been an interesting game either way, to be honest with you, as now Den steps off the rubber. Five pitchers so far in the game for St. Francis. Den now comes set. He's the 3rd pitcher of the game for the Titans. There's a breaking ball low. 1-0 to McGuire. Robbie Berger went 4 1/3, and then Matt Smith went 3 innings. allowed 2 hits, 3 runs all earned. And he did not walk or strike out a batter. As the count here goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the set now by Den and the pitch. Strike called. That makes it 1-2 to McGuire. Foster Hayes would be next. Runner aboard, 2 out. 3 runs across here for the Saints in the 8th inning. Titans 1 strike away from getting out of the inning without any further damage. This pitch low and inside. It's in the dirt. Gets away from Stetz. And so Carraro will take second base now on a wild pitch. So 2-2 now to the hitter Joe McGuire. Right-handed batter awaits. And the pitch. Breaking ball pulled, and it'll be lofted into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Runner being waved around third base. Here comes Carraro in to score. Throw to the plate. Called that too early, but he did wind up scoring. And on the throw home, McGuire will go to second base. He drives in a run. And here's Foster Hayes. That makes it 13-9. Home run here would make it a 2-run game again. Hayes is 1 for 4 with an RBI. Check that, 1 for 3, an RBI and a walk. Has had 4 plate appearances here today. First pitch to him. Breaking ball missing outside, 1-0. Well, Indiana South Bend not making things easy on themselves here. They scored 9 in the top of the in the last half inning, but they've given 4 back here in the top of the 8th. High steps out of the box. Went over to the left side of the home plate area. Now he's backing into the batter's box. Actually, he'll take a practice swing and now get back in. Here comes the set now. Dane looks at second. Here's the pitch. Curveball in there, called strike. Well, you could see the movement clearly from up here in the booth. So 1-1 to Hayes. Dolan Nicholson would be next. Runner at second takes his lead, and the pitch. Low and away in a curve. So 2-0. This game earlier on was being played at a fairly brisk pace, but with now, let's see here, 13 combined runs in the bottom of the 7th now, top of the 8th inning. It has lengthened the game quite a bit. There's a swing and a miss at a curve. 2-2 now to Hayes. Hayes back into the batter's box. Never really did step out. He was still in it when he kind of took a mini half practice swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, looped out toward left field, dropping quickly. That'll be in there. It's knocked down, but it caroms about 10 feet away from the left fielder Baez, and so a run will score to make it a 13-10 game. Hayes with a base hit. He drives in a run, and another pitching change is about to happen. So now it is back to a 3-run game, top of the 8th inning. 15 runs when you combine the last 2 half innings, and we're not done yet here in the 8th. Take a break, come back, tell you about the new man on the bump for Indiana South Bend. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. New pitcher for Indiana South Bend is right-hander Matt Rose, a junior from Manteno, Illinois. And Dolan Nicholson will be the first man he faces here. As now in St. Francis, after Indiana South Bend scored 10 in the bottom of the 7th, half of those runs have been returned here, and there's a swing and a grounder over the right side of the mound. Glove there at second base, and sprinting over to the bag is the second baseman, Logan Smith, and he wins the race to the base to end the inning on a force play, an unassisted force play here on the fielder's choice. That forces Heise at second base, and that ends the inning. But 5 runs across here for St. Francis to close the gap. 3 coming in on the Schoonover home run. 5 runs, 5 hits. No errors, a hit batter, and 1 left on base. We go bottom 8. It's not over yet. It's Indiana South Bend 13, St. Francis 10. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Designated hitter, number 21, Jordan Moore.
Jordan Moore will lead it off as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning here. And suddenly back to a 3-run game after a 5-run top of the 8th inning for St. Francis. And here we go to the bottom of the 8th, first pitch here, and it'll be a strike called at the knees to Moore. Moore is 2 for 3 with a walk in the game. He was batting when there was a runner thrown out on the bases, if memory serves. There's a breaking ball missing low. 1-1 now to Moore. Kevin Cardis starting his first full inning of work now for St. Francis on the mound. And he deals here low, 2-1 now to Moore. Moore, Unger, and Vanderwood due up for Indiana South Bend. No doubt they'll try to get a little bit more separation back. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball, down low. 3-1 here. Three balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Strike on the outside edge. That runs at full 3-2. So far, 11 walks have been issued by Saints pitching, and now make it an even 12, an even dozen. As Moore draws a walk here. And here is Nolan Unger. So 12 walks plus a hit batter in the game for or by St. Francis pitching. Unger had a 2-run single his last time up back in the 7th. And he bats here with a runner at first base and nobody out. Cardis comes set in the pitch. Kind of a half swing rolling up the first base line that'll kind of dribble foul, and it's 0-1 to Unger. Well, I was watching the flight of the ball and really didn't get a clear look at the path of the bat, but it looked like, out of my peripheral vision, that it looked like kind of a half bunt, half swing kind of an effort there by Unger, who's back to the batter's box. Noted earlier on, Unger, very impressive in center field, can cover a lot of ground. He's made several nice running catches. He bunts this one, pops it up. It lands behind the mound, gloved at second base, and then a throw to first base, which will be late, as apparently Nicholson was able to tag the runner. Either that or the runner was out of the baseline. So Moore is out for the first out of the inning. Unger is aboard at first on a fielder's choice, 4 unassisted there. And here's Jake Vanderwood. All right. Doug Basie, the head coach, out to have a little bit of a word with the infield umpire, wondering about that last ruling. But either way, here's Vanderwood now, who's 2 for 4 in the game today with 3 runs batted in and a run scored. He's had a good day. Runner takes a lead off first base. Has Unger aboard here with 1 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch down and in, 1 ball and no strikes here. Looking ahead to the St. Francis 9th inning. Lasota, Harper, and Ketchum due up. Bottom third of the order coming up. There's a swing and a miss to make it 1-1 to Vanderwood. Approaching the 3-hour mark of the ball game today. A lot of offense as we get underway in the CCAC baseball tournament. Runner from first going. Pitch was high and inside. It almost hit the batter. Throw into second base will be too late. And so Unger is in with a stolen base. So Unger at second base. The count to Vanderwood now is 2-1. Cardis comes set, and the 2-1. This will be laced into right field, dropping quickly, but coming on. Good running catch by Schoonover in right. I thought that would fall in, but Schoonover getting a good jump there. That's the second out of the inning. It's almost a line out to right field, if you will. And here's Colin Mack, the shortstop. So Mack will step in. He's 1 for 4 in the game today. Mack had a single and he scored a run in the 7th inning. 1 of 10 runs to score in that frame. Breaking ball here. Good pitch, and it's in there. Called strike. And so it is 0-1. Winner of this game will move on to play the winner of tonight's Olivet Nazarene Trinity Christian game. There's a swing and a chopper left side on the edge of the infield grass. Gloving, high throw to first base coming in from Tesh. And so everybody will wind up safe. That'll be the 4th error of the game on the Fighting Saints. And the Titans will be back to the top of the order here. So Logan Smith will bat for the 3rd time in the last 2 innings. So runners now at the corners as Unger goes to third on the play. And Logan Smith will stand in. Smith walked twice in the 7th inning and scored twice. St. Francis cannot afford to have that runner from third score. Breaking ball here, called strike. So Smith behind at 0-1. The loser of this game will play tomorrow at 1 against the loser of the Trinity Christian Olivet Nazarene game. Runner from first going. Throw will be back to the pitcher. That had the velocity of a throw to second base, but it was, in effect, it looked like cut off there by the pitcher on the right side of the mound. So Mack at second. Unger stays at third. They tried a little mini double steal there. Anyway, in the next pitch, breaking ball lifted in the air. Fairly deep center field. Ketchum drifting back. Has room. Reaches up. And he makes the catch near the edge of the warning track in deep right center field to end the inning. So a long fly out to center field. No runs in the inning. No runs, no hits. A walk, an error, and 2 left on base. Last chance for St. Francis. They need 3 to tie. We go to the 9th. It's Indiana South Bend 13, St. Francis 10 on the CCAC. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the 9th inning. Last chance here for St. Francis in a wild opening game of this 2021 CCAC Championship Baseball Tournament. Jake Lasota to lead it off here for St. Francis, as his spot in the order at least is scheduled. And he will bat, and he takes the first pitch here. As it was low and away to make it 1-0. Wasn't sure there what the call was on that pitch. Here's the 1-0 to Lasota. In there, called strike to make it 1-1. Lasota 2 for 4 today with an RBI and a run scored. Actually, he was lifted for a pinch runner who then later scored back in the 8th inning. 2-1, misses down and away. We play in the top of the 9th inning. As it is now, I beg your pardon, 2 balls and a strike to Lasota. And the pitch. Jammed him. Lasota went around, and he got spun around in the box as he missed it. So now it's 2-2. St. Francis 10 runs on 15 hits, but they still trail by 3. Here's the 2-2. That'll skip to the backstop. No harm with nobody on base, but it does run the count full. The last thing you want here if you're Indiana South Bend is a leadoff walk. Walks have been in ample supply in this game here today. Here's the 3-2. Cued foul right side, and we'll hold at 3-2. Sean Harper next, and then Luke Ketchum, then back to the top of the order if we get that far. Top of 9 in game 1 of our CCAC baseball excursion toward a championship next week. High foul fly down the right field line toward the bullpen, and that'll land, not sure where that ball landed, but anyway, neither of the 2 players, actually 3 were starting to get close there. None of them able to get to the ball, so it stays 3-2 here to Jake Lasota. Lasota, his back foot even with the back line of the batter's box. And the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Fairly deep right field, but certainly playable, and the catch made there by De Herrera for the first out of the 9th inning. So Matt Rose avoids the leadoff walk on the mound for Indiana South Bend. And that'll bring to the plate Sean Harper. Harper 0 for 4 in the game today. Flied out to right field his last time up. First pitch coming in. Strike on the outside edge, 0-1. Harper a fly out to right, to center, a pop out to first twice in the game today. Next pitch. And now it is 0-2 here to Sean Harper. Harper kind of walked around in a circle to the left of the batter's box. Back in now. Now time called. Time called. Rose comes set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball over the left side of the mound. Takes a high hop on the left side of the mound. Glove there at short there by Mack. Throws to first, and that's the second out of the inning. And Indiana South Bend 1 out away from a first-round win here in the CCAC baseball tournament. That will leave it up to Luke Ketchum.
Center fielder, number 20, Luke Ketchum.
So Luke Ketchum now to bat here. The last hope for St. Francis. First pitch coming in, breaking ball. Oh, great sweeping curve ball there, in there. Called strike in its 0-1. That came floating in over the inner half of the plate. 0-1 to Ketchum, who was hit by a pitch his last time up. Next one. Again, the breaking ball. Called strike. And the Titans 1 strike away from advancing to play the winner of tonight's Olivet Nazarene Trinity Christian game. The pitch. Swinging a Three-hopper, gloved at third base there by Vanderwood. Throw across the diamond, one hopping in. Dug out there at first base by Logan Young, and that will end the ball game. So game one is complete here in Joliet. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Final totals in game number one. For Indiana South Bend, 13 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. For the Saints of St. Francis, 10 runs, 15 hits, 4 errors, and I believe they left 6 left on base. And by the way, as far as left on base goes for Indiana South Bend, unofficially, looks like 8 left on. So that'll wrap it up here for game one. Your final score again, Indiana South Bend 13, St. Francis 10. Game two coming up should be at about, I believe, 1:40 or so. And we'll be here when it begins. Our thanks to CJ Sellner on stats. Our thanks to all of you for tuning in. Final again in game one of our tournament. Indiana South Bend 13 and St. Francis 10. We'll see you for game two shortly. Either way, until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thanks for tuning in, and for now, from Joliet, we wish you all a very pleasant good afternoon.